How to divide polynomial by a polynomial. Rules. Write the polynomial using the division notation. Make sure each polynomial is in a descending order of power. For example, x squared plus 3x minus 18 divided by x minus 3. Let's write the polynomial using the division notation. Make sure each polynomial is in a descending order of power. And yes, they are. Now, we need to find out what times x will give us x squared. X times x will give us x squared, so we will use x. X times x equals x squared. And x times negative 3 is negative 3x. Now we change the signs. Negative x squared plus 3x. Now we add them. X squared minus x squared is 0. And 3x plus 3x equals 6x. We bring down the negative 18. We need to find out what times x will give us 6x. 6 times x will give us 6x, so we use 6. 6 times x equals 6x, and 6 times negative 3 equals negative 18. Now we change the signs. 6x minus 6x equals 0. Negative 18 plus 18 equals 0. Remainder is 0, which means there is no remainder. The answer is x plus 6. Let's try another one. 12x cubed plus 23x squared plus 9x plus 14 divided by 4x plus 1. Let's write the polynomial using the division notation. Let's write the 4x plus 1 in the outside and 12x cubed plus 23x squared plus 9x plus 14 in the inside. Make sure each polynomial is in a descending order of power. And yes, they are. Now we need to find out what times 4x will give us 12x cubed. 3x squared times 4x will give us 12x cubed. So 3x squared times 4x is 12x cubed, and 3x squared times 1 equals 3x squared. Now we change the signs. Negative 12x cubed minus 3x squared. Now we add them. 12x cubed minus 12x cubed equals 0. 23x squared minus 3x squared equals 20x squared. We bring down 9x. We need to find out what times 4x will give us 20x squared. 5x times 4x will give us 20x squared, so we will use 5x. 5x times 4x equals 20x squared. 5x times 1 equals 5x. Change the signs. Now add them. 20x squared minus 20x squared equals 0. 9x minus 5x equals 4x. Bring down the 14. Let's find a number that multiplies by 4x and gives us 4x. Yes, the number is 1. 1 times 4x is 4x. 1 times 1 is 1. Change the signs and let's add them. 4x minus 4x is 0, and 14 minus 1 equals 13. The remainder is 13. The answer is written as 3x squared plus 5x plus 1 plus 13 over 4x plus 1. Let's try one more. 5x squared minus 30. divided by 5 plus x. Let's write the polynomial using the division notation. Let's write 5 plus x in the outside and 5x squared minus 30 in the inside. Make sure each polynomial is in a descending order of power. Stop. We need to put the polynomials in a descending order of power. Instead of 5 plus x, we need to write x plus 5. And in the inside, we are missing an x, so we will write the inside as 5x squared plus 0x minus 30. Now we are ready to start. We need to find out what times x will give us 5x squared. 5x times x will give us 5x squared. So we will use 5x. 5x times x equals 5x squared. 5x times 5 equals 25x. Now let's change signs. 5x squared minus 5x squared equals 0. 0x minus 25x is negative 25x. Bring down the negative 30. Well, if that multiplies, x will give us negative 25x. Negative 25 times x will give us negative 25x, so we will use negative 25. Negative 25 times x equals negative 25x. Negative 25 times 5 equals negative 125. Change signs and add. Negative 25x plus 25x equals 0. Negative 30 plus 125 equals 95. Remainder is 95, so we write the answer as follows. 5x minus 25 plus 95 over x plus 5. Let's practice. Take your time and try the following exercises. When you finish, check your answers with mine. 3r cubed plus 27r squared plus 51r plus 69 divided by 7 plus r. Let's write the polynomial using the division notation. Let's write the 7 plus r in the outside and 3r cubed plus 27r squared plus 51r plus 69 in the inside. Make sure each polynomial is in a descending order of power. And they are not. 7 plus r is not in descending order of power, so we will rewrite this as r plus 7. Now we need to find out what times r will give us 3r cubed. 3r squared times r will give us 3r cubed. So 3r squared times r is 3r cubed and 3r squared times 7 equals 21r squared. Now we change the signs. 3r cubed minus 3r cubed equals 0. 27r squared minus 21r squared equals 6r squared. We bring down 51r. We need to find out what times r will give us 6r squared. 6r times r will give us 6r squared, so we will use 6r. 6r times r equals 6r squared. 6r times 7 equals 42r. Change the signs. Now add them. 6r squared minus 6r squared equals 0. 51r minus 42r equals 9r. Bring down the 69. Let's find a number that multiplies by r and gives us 9r. Yes, the number is 9. 9 times r is 9r. 9 times 7 is 63. Change the signs and let's add them. 9r minus 9r is 0 and 69 minus 63 equals 6. The remainder is 6. The answer is written as 3r squared plus 6r plus 9 plus 6 divided by r plus 7. Let's try another one. T to the fourth power plus 2t cubed minus 2t to the second power plus 12t minus 30 divided by t squared plus 4. Let's write the polynomial using the division notation. Let's write the t squared plus 4 in the outside and t to the fourth power plus 2t cubed minus 2t squared plus 12t minus 30 in the inside. Make sure each polynomial is in a descending order of power. And yes, they are. Now, what times t squared will give us t to the fourth power? T squared times t squared equals t to the fourth power, so we will use t squared. T squared times t squared equals t to the fourth power. T to the second power times 4 equals 4t to the second power. Notice that we write 4t to the second power under negative 2t to the second power because they have the same power. Change the signs and let's add them. T to the fourth power minus t to the fourth power equals 0. Negative 2t squared plus 4t squared equals negative 6t squared. Let's bring down 2t cubed. What times t squared will give us t to the third power? 2t times t squared equals 2t cubed. So we will use 2t. 2t times t squared equals 2t cubed. 2t times 4 equals 8t. Notice that we write 8t under 12t because they have the same power. Change signs and you add them. 2t cubed minus 2t cubed equals 0. 12t minus 8t equals 4t. What times t squared will equal negative 6t squared? Negative 6 times t squared equals negative 6t squared, so we will use negative 6. Negative 6 times t squared equals negative 6t squared. Negative 6 times 4 equals negative 24. Notice that we write negative 24 under negative 30. Change the signs and add them. Negative 6t squared plus 6t squared equals 0. Negative 30 plus 24 equals negative 6. What times t squared will equal 4t? Nothing, since t squared has a bigger power. So the answer is t squared plus 2t minus 6 plus 4t minus 6 over t squared plus 4.